lady in the pic is Shannon Alvarado. Um, I guess what I'm gonna have to do tomorrow is post up her phone number and address. I'm gonna have to post up Mandy Hughes' phone number and address. Nobody cared. See, that's the problem with these people is that they bullshit me, and then when they got busted bullshitting me, they wanted to play victim like I'd done something horrible by showing how much time they wasted, how many times they fucking lied to me. Not that it matters, right? Shannon Alvarado, Mandy Hughes, Alyssa Rainwater. These women all helped my predators and Natalie's predators to get away because these women just wanted to talk about themselves. That's one of the problems with, well, being desperate enough to be willing to accept help from a bunch of women who are statistically alcoholics and drug addicts, single mothers or stay-at-home moms with too much fucking time on their hands. That's statistically. Yeah, statistically, the viewers in Great Britain are the same group. Typically, single mothers or stay-at-home moms typically like to have a bit more than a glass of wine at dinner time, or are into drugs and alcohol. Wine is alcohol, isn't it? Now the age range, 35 to 44. Strange demographic age range. Most of my stalkers don't have a gender. The reason I say that is because at one point in time, my YouTube was telling me that over 70% of my viewers were women. And the majority of them were between the ages of 34 and 44. Or 34 and 55, it might have been. So, I said that. Next thing I know, I've got a whole bunch of male accounts that are getting a hold of me, and my demographics completely changed. I'm like, hey, that shows me it's a small number of people who are fucking with me. So for quite a few months, they just made male account after male account after male account. Actually made it so that almost the majority of those who watched my channel appeared to be male. But now it's back up to 70-80%. Primarily these women with nothing better to do than stick their nose in other people's fucking business and start shit. Shannon Alvarado, she just wants to throw a tantrum and pretend that I was talking shit. Oh, no. The closest that she has gotten, see, here's the thing, is that she wants to claim that her being an alcoholic is talking shit. Oh, hell no, it isn't. She helped pedophiles get away. She took advantage of more than one at-risk adult, and she puts her actions on people who it's easy to take advantage of. Her daughter, myself, the boyfriend that ended up homeless believing her bullshit. Oh, I need help taking care of my dad. You should move in with me. Well, he didn't want to move in, so she said, oh, well, you should come help me take care of my dad, and You can stay over on the nights that you're here, and I'll make sure you get enough to pay your rent. And then when it come to the point where he's like, all right, I literally have to get paid and pay my rent, where I'm getting evicted and I will be stuck living here with you, Shannon. I was there at that point, by the way. Shannon Alvarado doesn't know how to take no for an answer. See, that's the thing. When I asked her to leave me alone, she didn't do it. She wouldn't do it. She won't look at evidence. She won't listen to my fucking side. And she gets pissed off because I won't listen to her. I do nothing but fucking listen to her for fucking years. It was always her turn to fucking talk. Her turn to fucking argue. How about you shut the fuck up and help the victim? That is what I needed fucking help with. Someone to make the fucking calls with me so I was not alone. And she wants to fucking argue with me because she's a fucking lush. Shannon Alvarado is not a good person. She's trash, straight up. She made empty promises, but she didn't follow through. See, here's the thing, is that I wasn't dumb enough to believe any one of these people. I was intelligent enough to give them all a chance. Because if I didn't, I get the, oh, well, you just didn't want help. You just didn't want help. You were denying help. No, I fucking wasn't. I was saying, here's the help I need, and the shit that you want me to do is going to waste my time and my resources, and I have none. How about we focus on turning in the fucking predators, stupid shits? But no, for Shannon Alvarado, it was about entertainment. Well, her idea of entertainment got my friends killed, and I'm not okay with that. Shannon Alvarado ain't the only fucking idiot who got my friends killed either. That's the thing about being called mentally ill. You have to have a friend or family member who fucking cares about you, or you're gonna get blown off by every service that you go to. All of these services that take our tax dollars, all of them are set up not to help people. All of their questions are trick fucking questions. And the moment you fucking realize that, the moment you listen to the fucking victims, you might be able to fucking help them. Shannon Alvarado has never, ever been in a situation like this. You know what her molestation story was? I'm gonna tell you this. One of her mommy friends touched her once. Once. Now, why am I bringing up the it happened once thing? And it happened years ago. Because she wanted to tell me about how she hates pedophiles because her mom's friend touched her once years and years ago. I had grown men shove their cocks up my asshole, motherfucker. You do not get to pull the, oh, poor me, someone touched me once bullshit. I am fucking sick and tired of this shit. Ventus Kasai got all fucked up on drugs and alcohol at a New Year's party. He was gonna help me. Instead, what'd he do? He come back from that New Year's party all fucked up and fucking drunk and fucking coked out of his goddamn gourd, telling me about how some dude fucking molested him. And how he tried to tell the person who threw the party, hey, this dude fucking molested me, straight up fucking grabbed my dick, grabbed my butt too. I'm not okay with it. Of course, everybody except for myself, including his ex Beatrice, all wanted to tell him, oh, it's no big thing. It's no big thing. They wanted to downplay it because he's a dude. And because girls have to deal with that all the time. Shannon Alvarado doesn't have to deal with that all the time. For her, it's a story of something that happened once. Once. And rather than hearing my story and helping me turn it in, she's going to tell me that story over and over and over and over again and literally not find out a goddamn thing about me. Instead, she's going to project her assumptions towards the space that should have been filled with listening to the words coming out of my fucking mouth. She's one of them real bad lushes. You know, the ones that you can literally tell something 100 times and they'll say, oh, you never told me that. Are you sure? Are you sure it's that I didn't tell you that? Or maybe might it have been, I don't know, that you're fucking drunk? Fucking Christ. The thing is, Shannon Alvarado, if she's not going to help me turn in the crimes that are committed against me, like she promised to at the very beginning, there is no reason for her to fucking contact me. She has been told and instructed to leave me alone on multiple occasions, and she just says no. She just straight up walks straight the fuck over it. She's not going to help me turn the crimes in, and she's not going to leave me alone. She's not going to stop harassing me. She's not going to stop being a fucking predator, because we have taught women that it's okay to be predatory towards men when they don't get what they want right when they want it. Shannon Alvarado. She doesn't deserve my decency, but I give it to her anyway. Alright, Josh King is typing, send her a cease and desist. I'd love to, but the problem is that I am overwhelmed and I can't function. That is specifically because of abuse, exactly like what I'm going through, Shannon Alvarado. See, it's not being raped and being beaten that leads to suicide. It's how you're treated when you go for help. Bonjour.
I don't know much how the kayak worked out.
It worked out very well. Waterproof, just like what I saw on YouTube. Here's the thing, I tried to get a cease and desist against Tim Beeson and Natalie Bollinger and Maddie Boa before Natalie was killed. Now people kept on telling me, including lawyers, and well, alright, the lawyers told me that what I needed to do is fucking go in with a friend or family member and turn it in right away. They weren't able to do anything until I'd made an attempt to turn it into the police. And that if I went in alone, that it was going to be very difficult to prove, that all they'd have to do is call me mentally ill and everything would be damn near impossible. So it's important that I follow the number one rule, which is never go in alone. By the way, they tell that same thing to rape victims. Don't go in alone. Cops are notorious for asking questions like, are you sure you didn't ask for it a little bit? Or are you sure you didn't maybe, hint to him a little bit and just didn't realize it? They'll literally talk over a rape victim. Depending on, visual reference and the 3 questions. Bonjour. Why is it no matter what you do, you look pleasant doing it? I mean, you're using a broom right now and smiling.
Thanks.
Absolutely. I'm not doing too good, but on the bright side, I got somebody decent to talk to for a minute. I like pleasant people. That lady with the glasses, she talks nice to me too, so I like it when she works as well. Although you smile more than she does.
Sometimes I don't smile.
Yeah. I don't expect you to smile all the time. There's been a couple of times where you looked like you were having a rough night and you weren't smiling, but you still talked to me like I was a person. A lot of people see that I'm dirty and nasty and just assume that I'm some drug dealing hobo out here, and I'm not, I'm not the dude coming in and stealing your beers.
Yeah, if people like not doing that kind of shit and just
go grab their stuff and check out the school. Yeah, no need to like what's the price of that. That you know the price of everything here. The homeless people, what I'm talking, they know every single thing's price. But still, just
Well, I'm glad you're able to tell. Some people just assume that we're all bad guys and treat us all that way. And you know, when you work here for a while, you get to tell who it is that's going to come in and pull something and who's not.
yeah. For me, I just believe in God. Work hard. That's best future.
Well, I'm going to head that direction. I'm going to go grab my car. I'll be right back because I'm going to get a coffee. Let me explain to you some stuff about being autistic. And I really shouldn't use that word because I have Asperger's. It's different. I don't think that they should be classified as the same thing. But the reason that they are classified as the same thing is so that people with Asperger's still have rights and still have assistance because we're at the same risk. So since some of the symptoms are the same, we were classified as that. But really, the only things that we have in common with autistic people is PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Nearly all the things that you associate with autism are not autistic traits. They're traits of people who have endured long-term physical, sexual, and of course, neglect is abuse. Many women on my channel have admitted that cutting on themselves isn't from sick Uncle Rick touching her. It isn't from dad molesting her. It's from mommy not listening. Now, when Shannon told her mom what happened, what should her mom have done? Called the police. When I told Shannon what was happening, what should she have done? Called the police. No, they'd never call the police to help me turn in crimes. They'd just brush me off and blow me off, make empty promises, and let it fucking go. Empty promise after empty promise. And then when they don't keep their empty promises, I'm no longer under any obligation to keep my verbal contract with these people. And my social contract is therefore ended as well. When we make a deal, and you don't keep your end of the bargain, that's on you. Bonjour, Miss Jennifer. Sorry, my mouth ain't working right. Anyway, as far as the cease and desist goes, I'm not sure if you notice how the police treat me when I go talk to them. They don't talk to me the way that they talk to a pretty blonde-haired, blue-eyed rich girl in a nice house. Good-looking Chad boyfriend. Making $6,000 a year. Very cool. The thing is that in that particular case and scenario, well, she looks like she's got enough money to squash you, and if not, she's got blonde hair and blue eyes. She's a fucking white girl. Yeah, people are going to want to listen to her anyway. The thing is, if a man has evidence that he is being abused by a woman and her friends, you won't look at it. And then she gets to pretend like you're stalking her when you have a fucking allergic reaction to long-term abuse. When you show as a homeless man, signs of being abused long term. You are abused and treated like a predator for exhibiting those signs of trauma. There's no such thing as getting a cease and desist as a homeless white male with no fucking money and no friends or family that give a shit. Lots of people like to tell me what to do and give me lots of ideas of what I should be doing, but nobody actually helping me to do it. The people who say they'll help me if I go this place or I go that place, I fucking waited all day at the goddamn library, didn't I? Came over to Starbucks, or came over to Safeway a couple of times, but for the most part I stayed over there and I waited and I waited and I waited for those people to keep their words. Shannon Alvarado shouldn't have fucking played head games. She shouldn't have helped my predators after the fact. All these people are pissed off because I spoke up on the internet. Now, Mandy Hughes, I didn't say anything mean about at all. Not the way I did Shannon Alvarado. Because Mandy Hughes wasn't acting like that. Shannon Alvarado was. They both make the same goddamn excuses. Both of them. Exactly the same excuses. All of you make the same excuses. Autistic people, especially high-functioning autistic people, we recognize patterns. Many of us are very good at recognizing patterns. And when it comes to neurotypicals, you are an open book. You are easy to read. Your jealousies, your insecurities. We can break down every part of you and make you hate us in about 10 seconds just by pointing out all of your character flaws.
Are you taking off? No. Yeah, because you were going off the other way a second ago. No, it wasn't. Bro.
Not a whole lot. Still breathing and not dead yet.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry that it feels like today.
Anyway, Shannon Alvarado's, well, her dad died, so Lanny Engeline died too. So did Janine Barrett. I didn't know Shannon Alvarado's dad. I never met him. I was in the same house as him, but it was separated into a front part of the house and the guest quarters part, which is the back part of the house. Yes, it's literally that nice of a house. The guest quarters part of the house is big enough for probably 6 to 7 homeless people to live more than just comfortably. It's big enough for a college student to know that he's got a better deal than a studio apartment. It's got an upstairs, it's got a downstairs, it's got 3 bedrooms in the guest portion of the house. Sorry, the servants' quarters. I should say it like it is. They are servants' quarters. They're for live-in maids, live-in nannies, au pairs, live-in nurses. Very nice house. I tried to get a cease and desist, a protection order, all sorts of shit against Natalie Bollinger and her fucking cronies before she was killed. I had no help. I had people promise me that if I did this and if I did that, then they were going to help me. Hey, Sean, have you tried calling this place? Have you tried calling that place? Hey, dumbass, Have you tried calling them with me? How about instead of answering 4,000 questions that you have that are completely unrelated to the subject because you don't know what the fuck is going on? Sure, some of those questions are good questions, but they're only good questions if you know what the fuck is going on, if you've listened to the story. Otherwise, they're just generic questions that could be a yes at one part of the timeline, no on the other. The thing is, no matter how nice of things Shannon Alvarado did, her, Mandy Hughes, and many others promised to help me to turn it in, promised to listen, and just couldn't shut the fuck up about themselves. Sure, they said nice things to me. Sure, they used pretty words, but not one of them ever did what the web sleuths did. They literally tried to turn in anything that they could that even seemed like it might be something they could twist into something it wasn't. Right away. But Shannon Alvarado's piece of shit ass never once, ever tried to help turn that in. Never once. Promised, didn't try. Promised to look at evidence. Didn't try. I was there for a month and a half. When did she ever sit down and look at evidence with me? It never happened. It literally never happened. She promised if I went there that she'd help me. The one time, the only time, literally the only time while I was there, the first time that she did a goddamn thing, she took less than 40 pictures in a 4-hour period where she was too drunk to shut up. And yeah, that was the only night that she did any of the things that she promised to do. Now, the second time that I was there, that's the part where she wants to talk about calling the cops in Wyoming. Oh yeah, she definitely talked to the cops in Wyoming, but she never tried to help turn it in. And of course, she couldn't shut up long enough to hear what the fuck was going on. Yeah, there was a lot she could have done if she would have fucking shut up and listened. But no, she's too busy talking over me and playing retarded like every woman in America is taught. Thank goodness for the women in America who don't follow along with that racist goddamn bullshit. Thank goodness for the women who don't go, oh, I'm a strong, independent woman. Now gimme, because I'm a woman. Thank goodness for the women who don't do that. Thank goodness for the 99% of men who are not rapists. Unfortunately, we have to deal with a whole bunch of women that want to recycle rapists. Like, yeah, your friend said that he raped her, but you didn't want to listen because you think he's dreamy, and then he rapes you, and then he's got a new girlfriend who's fucking pissing on you in your goddamn parade, and you're like, oh, well, he's a rapist, he fucking raped me, and he beat on me, and she's being exactly like you were. You know, one guy in Chapel, Nebraska dated 7 women that I know and abused every single one of them. Almost half of them asked me for help getting away from his fucking bullshit ass. And all the ones that asked for my help getting away from his bullshit ass wanted me to not say nothing and not go to the police. How did he end up abusing 7 women? Well, he was good looking, and none of them wanted to turn him in. They wanted the rescue, but they didn't want to turn him in. Is it because he was really a predator and they were just glad to be rid of him? Or is it because they gave me a pity party bullshit to try to get free labor out of me? All right, your relationship didn't work. You're moving out. Couldn't you just say that instead of accusing him of being a rapist or a woman beater? Also, If you're gonna show me all of the fucking bruises up and down your body and tell me that he fucking pushed you down a flight of stairs, or tell your son that he pushed you down a flight of stairs, and then you're gonna protect that piece of shit while I'm being abused by his family for speaking up, I shouldn't have fucking had to speak up. That was Jamie Curtis's bullshit right there. None of these people wanted to help me turn it in. None of them wanted to help me get a safe place. For all of these people, I'm intelligent when it suits them, and then, of course, I'm mentally ill when it suits them. I don't want to have to post up Shannon Alvarado's shit, but I have to post up her shit. You don't get to take advantage of an at-risk adult. See, Shannon Alvarado wants to continually interrupt me to ask questions that are fucking irrelevant. Irrelevant. What is my end goal? Holy shit! What happens when you let a predator get away? Ask those first 6 women. When you let him get away, it leads to him harming someone else. It allows them repeated access to their victims. Shannon Alvarado want to be pissed off that her mom never did anything about that. Meanwhile, Shannon Alvarado want to treat me in exactly the same way that she was not happy about her fucking mom doing that. Shannon Alvarado is a piece of shit because all she was interested in doing was bullshit and entertainment. Power and control. She was having too much fun arguing with people in Facebook groups to ever help turn this in. And she's having too much fun now fucking stalking me. She'll harass me until I give her fucking attention. And then she'll fucking talk trash. Talk over me, berate me, belittle me. And then pretend she's a victim when I tell her to shut the fuck up and leave me alone. You're one of 2 kinds of people. You're either a stalker or you're a friend. And if you're a friend, then you would help me to turn this shit in right away, and you never did. You're a fucking stalker, creeper. Get the fuck off my page. Stay the fuck off my page. Leave me the fuck alone. Stop fucking contacting me. Stop fucking stalking me. And Mr. Josh King, I'd love to send her a cease and desist. Unfortunately, at this point, Shannon Alvarado did a whole lot more than just a cease and desist. She's committed a lot of felonies. She wants to talk about how she hates pedophiles because a man touched her once. And that how dare I put her name and protecting pedophiles together in the same sentence. No. Shannon Alvarado said there's a lot of names. Yeah, I fucking know. I know. That's what happens when you don't do shit. It turns into more people harming you. But she wouldn't know that. See, here's the thing. Not one victim of mine has ever come forward to claim that I raped or molested them. Not one. Not in all this time. But in all this time, I've been abused as if I'm a rapist or a child molester. Did I rape or molest Shannon Alvarado? Did I rape or molest her kids? Did I rape or molest Jerry Sparks? Did I rape or molest her kids? Did I rape or molest Jamie Curtis? Did I rape or molest her son? Did I rape or molest Maddie Boa? Did I rape or molest Natalie Bollinger? Did I rape or molest Alicia Bollinger? A lot of people I know and their kids. Did I ever rape or molest Amy Witcher or her kids? Did I ever rape or molest Amy Kalina Kingery, aka Amy Spencer, or her kids? Why is the answer always no, and why is it these people, nearly all of them, have a history of child abuse? Why is it that I have no history of child abuse? Why is it that Robert Franklin Mornick has child molestation on his record and I don't? Sorry, he's had sex with the minor. Not just molestation, rape. Did I ever beat on Jamie? Hell no. Did I ever bruise Jamie? Hell no. Did I ever yell at Jamie? It only took me 2 decades to do that. It took me 2 decades of knowing Jamie Curtis to ever yell at her. I'd probably been yelled at 100 times by Jamie by that point. Guess how many times Jamie ever hit me? Never. Jamie never hit me. Now, James Payton claims that the reason that he pushed Jamie so hard is because she was physically assaulting him. Chris Stegeman said that Jamie Curtis used to physically assault him. But I never dated Jamie. When a woman is hitting a man like that, it's because she feels empowered. She thinks it's okay for her to do that. Shannon Alvarado fucked up, and she's going to try to pawn all of her fuck-ups on me as if I never said anything. And you can go back through all of our conversations. I said the same thing over and over and over again. I need a friend or family member to turn this in with me for my safety so I'm not blown off. Literally thousands upon thousands of videos where I say that too. I have not kept what help I need from any of them. But every one of them wants to talk over me like I'm retarded, like I'm calling them for fucking advice. No, I'm not. I don't need your fucking advice. I need you to turn this shit in with me. Whether you were there for it or not, I can't turn it in safely unless I have a friend or family member there to make sure that I'm not fucking walked over, talked over, and violated. And how am I supposed to do that when all my friends want to do, and all my family wants to do, is walk over me, talk over me, and violate me? I tried to get a cease and desist against Natalie Bollinger, Beeson, against Alicia Bollinger, against Maddie Boa, and against a lot of other pieces of shit before Natalie was killed. But here's the thing, I had zero fucking help. My friends before Natalie died come from the same demographic as these women who get onto my page get onto these web sleuth and true crime groups. The majority are women. The majority of them have a drug or alcohol addiction. The majority of them got kids to hide behind. The majority of them don't have real responsibilities. The majority of the issues that Shannon Alvarado's daughter has, the majority of them are specifically because of Shannon Alvarado's alcoholism and her need to scream at people. Without her boyfriend to scream at, she's got only her kids to scream at now that her dad's dead. Now that the two Hispanic nurses that used to take care of her dad no longer have a job, who's she going to talk to? Who's she going to yell at? She's just sad and lonely. The thing is, I didn't need sad and lonely people getting a hold of me to bullshit me. I needed someone to actually be a fucking friend. And that certainly ain't Shannon Alvarado. She showed herself to be predatory over and over again because what she wanted to do, she wanted to lie to me, make empty promises, not keep her word. And then throw it in my face that she did things that wouldn't have even been necessary if she'd have kept her word to begin with. If she'd have done what a friend or family member does when you're fucking abused. Turn it in right away with the fucking victim, you piece of shit. I'm showing the truth. What? Whether Shannon Alvarado comes forward and confesses or not is fucking arbitrary. She wants to be pissed off because I told the truth about her wasting time, about her arguing and talking over me and making it all about her and her friend Marnie and her kids and her fucking ex-husband. Literally everything except dealing with the actual issue at hand, which is that I don't have a friend or family member to help turn this in. I don't even have a friend or family member that'll listen to what fucking happened because they're all too busy talking over me and telling me about how they're too busy, they're too busy, they're too busy. Well, people are dead because you're too busy. When you can argue with me for literally 100 hours and never once try to turn in the crimes against me, you're a piece of shit, not a friend. When you can promise me that if I spend what little money that I have to go see you in person, because you'll help me if I go see you in person, and then I go see you in person and you're too fucking drunk, that's all on you, not me. Here's the thing, Shannon Alvarado won't state specifically what the shit that I was talking is because it's all verifiable.